TheGamerGamingza, and today we're gonna play some more Doki Doki Literature Club. Okay, so listen, freaking Yuri freaking hit herself because I was stupid, man, and she freaking killed herself. Like, what the fuck? What is this? It was so freaking scary, man, and it freaking traumatized me for life. But yeah, so we're gonna get back into this, even though freaking Yuri killed herself. This game is weird. But also, apparently, I had to like look at the game files because like the whole thing when it said like this, I read the stuff that said like exception has occurred, all that, all that bullshit. But and apparently you had to look at the files, and I actually have the little. I took a few screenshots of some things I noticed, and I'm gonna show them to you right here. So here's my with the magic of OBS. So the first thing I see, so I go to the files, I go to characters, and apparently fucking Yuri is not anymore. Like what? Where'd she go? What happened? So what only shows up now is Monika, Natsuki, and Yuri. And they all say .chr, which I assume is short for character. And apparently Yuri is supposed to be there, but she's not. What? Where'd she go? And so I guess her character was deleted when ever since she killed herself. And the other thing I saw, hold on, if I can fucking do this, right? God damn it! God damn it! This is stupid! It's not working, man! Oh, let's take it. This is bullshit. Oh, there we go, I fixed it. Okay, there we go. Alright, so the next one is, here, is, I see this, and apparently it says, oh jeez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec, I can probably fix this. I think, actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Ahaha. Well, here goes nothing. Like what? Who's saying that? I'm the one who's saying that. Oh man. Oh. And I have a feeling that someone for some fucking reason is hacking my computer. For some reason. Like what? How's this happening, man? But yeah, that was also a thing I had to check because it told me to look at the traceback.txt for more details. I'm sorry, but I'm not. Yeah, it said all this shit. I'm like, what? What the hell is going on? I don't get it. And this other thing is this, you get the picture of PNG, it says XP thoughts, it's supposed to say happy thoughts, but the freaking flowers are X's, like what? And it's freaking, obviously you already freaking kills them, like what the fuck is this, man? What the fuck? So yeah, that's what I saw, so that's what's happening. Okay, I'm gonna hide it now. And I guess we're gonna go back into playing this game even though it's freaking evil, man, so evil! But let's just get back into this game, I guess. Okay. Also, my freaking OBS is acting stupid. So what? But let's get back into this game, I guess. Let's load. Oh jeez, this is gonna be bad. I know it. All right, and thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monika and her irresistible smile. Oh boy, here we go. I guess we're gonna experience this again without Yuri. All right. I timidly follow Monika across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monika, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Eh? What? What was that? What is the glitch, man? Oh, what the hell was that? A guest? Seriously? You brought the boy? Oh my god. Oh shit! You're good. Way to kill the atmosphere. I still want to let you know, I still show it twice a day. Actually no, I actually did that too once a day because forget twice is too much fun. But still, you can sit. Actually, I want you to read this because Okay, sorry. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Gary. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Okay, fucking. I've mentioned this before, but now she's here. What? But it's full of incredibly cute girls. I mean, I won't lie about that, even though I do not like literature. I feel like I'm saying the same exact shit I said in the very first episode. So let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. I want to be yours. What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. God damn it. Stupid.
I'm sorry, guys. My fingers are doing flash video is saying to forget this continue. I don't want that.
Tell me later, stupid. God, leave me alone.
I'm playing my gaming game.
Okay, so the girl with the somewhat attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. But a small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Are you read all this bullshit? Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Oh.
So Yuri's the vice president, not Sayori. Because Sayori doesn't exist.
What the hell is this bullshit? What the hell is going on? What? It's nice to meet you.
I'm sorry, guys. Something is going on on my computer. It's next to it.
Hold on a second. I gotta fucking fix this bullshit. God damn it. Turn off, you piece of shit. God. Stop it.
Very Google, I'm stupid.
What? Let's continue. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. What?
That's Yuri! Oh my god.
What have I done, man? Why did I do the shit I did in the last episode, man? So, I ran into Gary in the classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry, I didn't forget that. But I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Gary? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Gary walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Leadership Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Oh god, my freaking voice is freaking! It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. How many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new? Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature.
I know, but gaming on the other hand would grab my attention. I will go to that instead.
You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. Oh jeez, the festival, we're doing this shit bullshit again. I'm confident that we can already grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Oh god, such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Every time
this game tells me about not to really existing. Makes me stupid.
I don't know what to say, man. God, that last episode was crazy. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us for setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Gary, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? Oh my god.
You're saying shit I've read before!
Oh. I spoke without thinking and after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri tastes the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yari goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop?
Holy shit, that was actually kind of not like, oh!
I don't know why you did that random stuff. Alright, anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Wait a minute.
Oh my god, I think this is the conversation I actually skipped in the first episode? Wasn't the second episode? I think it was the second episode maybe, because Yuri was there in New York.
But I get to actually read this time, kind of. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the middle level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Yeah, this is
exactly the conversation I skipped.
But I'm not gonna skip it this time. Ahaha, I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Yeah,
like kind of like a scream.
I still won't get over how Yuri died. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about the cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud and give that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? Oh, man. Yeah, this is exactly the conversation I skipped! Should I skip it again? No, I'm gonna read it this time. Just without sayori. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you shared some of your work, you could set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write poems of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to neuter the club as well as its members.
Are you gonna fucking cut my balls?
I'm kidding. That's fucking dogs. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Kitty? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I've only come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Gary. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4.
God damn it, I don't have a choice! Oh. No, Yuri's not here!
I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival... Oh. I'm defenseless again against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls...
Especially Yuri.
Okay, sorry, that was right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join a literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Getty? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just after all this, I would be super pissed. I don't know. I thought I was gonna say something, but I couldn't think of anything really. Getty, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share it. Monica looks over at me once more. Kerry, I look forward to see how you express yourself. Yeah. I'm really impressed with the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Aw, damn it.
I ain't working home with Siri!
With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. All the way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day at school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh jeez, oh shit. Is this again? You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? I mean, why not? What?
What was that?
Today, I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how playing feels now. I'm supposed to be the responsible one, though. So I don't think I'll be doing it again unless I decide to kill myself. I left a memento of the occasion below.
What is this? I don't get around him! What
hurts me? That was weird. Oh jeez, okay. Well, I guess we have to do this again. I like the word fester, I don't know why, I just like that. Okay,
we're gonna write this for Yuri because I really like her and I really want to do this.
Okay, I'm sorry, I thought it was... Oh jeez. And what is this, or something? Yes. It's gonna be absolutely extraordinary. It's... oh god, that sounds like an interesting word. And then we look at the landscape, we look outside, the world, and we are given promise, like that, okay? And something scary happens out of fucking nowhere, and it gets all fit a lot of cool shit. That seems like a very fancy word, so I'm gonna use that. We feel some sensation, and Mega, that sounds like a interesting word. We get a determined shit, and variance sounds like an interesting word. I don't know, I'm trying to think of like specific things, but I don't know. Unrestrained, you know. Then something gets contaminated out of fucking nowhere. And heaven sent, that sounds scary. See,
when the little girls don't like it, lets me know that they licked.
Okay, anyways, it seems all hopeless and stuff, but then we go on an adventure, big adventure. And then we see some beauty and stuff. And last but not least, it's incongruent. Whatever that means, I don't know. Hi again, Getty. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. What?
Wait, face scratch.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Getty. Wait, what? Wait. What?
It's freaking Siri being in the fucking background. What the fuck is this?
Also, why does the music sound weird? Like, it sounds wrong. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Okay. What the hell is going on? Why is this fucking Natsuki glitching? I don't get. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. That's it. What?
Why is Monica in front of the thing? I can't read it.
Natsuki certainly has a big mouth for someone to keep manga collection in the club room.
Get out of the way, Monica. I don't like it.
Thank you. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Wait, what? Wait.
Boys, why is it slightly tilted? I don't get it. What?
Is it zoomed in or some shit? Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Gary. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Gary shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway. Now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well... Oh jeez, why is it so... I feel like I'm
tripping, man. That's one of those trips I had. That's cool. What?
I can't really say no either. Wait. Music sounds weird. Like you said, I'm in the literature club. I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that, you know, if you ask. But wait. I didn't mean it like that. Okay, now it's starting to get scary back to normal. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. Okay, I'm sorry guys.
The freaking picture of Sayori Ingersoll is distracting me!
It's freaking traumatizing, man. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Oh man. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute?
I know, right? She's cute, but except for the fact that her face was scratching for some reason. Like, what?
I don't like how this is tilted, man. This is looks so weird. Hold on. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm gonna start to do with that. Yari, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Oh, this is manga some shit. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Okay, well...
I guess everything goes back to normal then, I guess.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah. What? Okay. Crap. There we go, there's my word again. I think she wants me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Wait, what?
Is the picture not there anymore? Like, give me.
Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Hold on, just a second, my voice ahead. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. Right, let's continue. Oh, okay.
By the way, I guess if you're wondering what I was trying to fix, there's picking a little creeper. I'm showing you the front.
Alright, let's continue. Alright. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of it so... That's the book that you gave me, right? What's
wrong with her eye? I don't get this one.
Why is her eye like that? Well, I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Okay, now it's back to normal. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... Ah, that's not what I meant. I mean... I just have to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something very obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically about this religion camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines and lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and fixing them too. Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. Wait a minute.
This doesn't sound like the same story she told me before when Sierra was still there.
Sounds weird. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? It made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Like,
what's it?
I mean, I like her, but still. Ah. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Gary? No, it's not bad. I mean, I definitely enjoyed those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Okay. Oh, God. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so silent and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story it's the kind of that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because what?
What's text speak? Oh my God!
But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. And suddenly, I'm rambling on that. What
was that? I don't like it at all, man. What's going on?
Why is this game acting so weird? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. What
does it say? I can read it sometime.
I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Oh God. Oh jeez. Alright. So, oh God. Okay. So I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yeah.
What's she catching? Oh my God!
Why is these weird things happening all of a sudden? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... Haha, what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? Seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can read her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... What?
What? Okay, why is that even happening? I do not like when the game does this. I don't...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Haha. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. God, my postcard. Here. Oh, Yuri takes her arm and holds. Oh boy,
boys, we're doing this again.
Yuri takes her arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddling even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Eh? You turn the page? Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to greeting, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me? Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn in by my own violation. Or Polish, I don't know. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? What? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things. She says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Wait a second, did I?
See her go, like, have some weird eyes.
Something else? Never mind. We didn't get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Ahaha. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Eh? What, eh? I've just been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, it's fine. I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Getty? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Haha, don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing a poem with each other? Shall we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we get started without her. What? But
I wrote my fucking poem! Piss, Yuri!
Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and then slip it back in my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Aw, so I don't have Yuri to choose?
It is pushed!
I guess Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Gary. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ahahaha. Don't worry, Gary. Well, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But that's not a barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Gary. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's very metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Oh, it's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Ahaha, that's not very fair. Oh god, sorry guys. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing? You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that way she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for a social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for a alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Gary! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still had plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, it's not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. I think she edited it as it's not. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read then. Hold on. Wait, what?
What? I never read this kind of poem.
Guess read again. God, man, I'm sorry, guys. I've been talking
for 40 minutes!
Alright. Anyways, hole in wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically got around. My partner is he's talking more this simply some flashes of paper. Hold on, okay. Hole in wall, I'll read it from him. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. Oh god. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. And are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandished my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Ahaha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. It is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. Yep, this is some deja vu shit. In form aloud, they can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it, but I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. Oh, jeez.
Again, you had an epiphany while playing Crash Bandicoot.
Oh my god, it's freaking Gizmo. Flipnote Studios. For film I had done It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. It's kind of nervous. Okay, I already read this shit. First one I told today. Perhaps when you're writing poems, I'm sorry your brain gets too fit there. Sorry is then you'll never make your progress. Force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you're just getting a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. I already read this shit. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Okay, whatever. Okay. Alright, I feel like it's time I read this to Yuri. Pen. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I just say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Oh my god.
Again, she's acting cute and sweet.
Sorry, I was... Oh god, I haven't done that in a while. Jesus. I'm sorry I haven't had that much commentary in a lot of these spots. It's weird. He's going to hate me. No, I don't! I love you! You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Whatever. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a deep breath. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate that you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri throws off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, and as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to get out. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I can't really pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. I feel like I read this shit. Ugh! Just give it. I don't know. Okay. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even simple. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about it because my freaking throat is freaking. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging bit. Oh man. It might take some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if Yuri is apologetic for herself to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Alright. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last unending streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickens. I flicken back. I have read this before. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
Still, it's exclusive. It's better than mine. Oh.
I write
I write like absolute shit.
My teachers can't read it. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Like you. I feel like I said that before, but still.
Jeez. That's a relief. Oh god, excuse me. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Oh god, no. Oh god, I'm really glad you liked it. You liked it? I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you the ghost, Yuri? Hehe. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Yuri. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and so to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. Faye, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. No. I was very nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Getty. Me too. Alright, so who should I go next? Alright, I'm gonna read to Natsuki and then I'll end the episode there. Alright, let's do some voice. Gary, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What?
What? But I wrote the most serious poem of all time! What are you talking about?
Son of a bitch. What? Harsh. What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
Yes, you do! And also your books!
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good. Yeah, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Oh my god.
I really shit!
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, pigs can leap, horses can race, horses can sing, cheetahs can run, eagles and people can try, but that's about it. I mean, it's okay, I guess. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style should make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I thought I was reading that. However, I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Mitsuki is feeling proud, then I wouldn't take that away from her. Phew. Okay. I'm gonna take a break right here because
Guys, I've been recording for 50 minutes. Like what? I mean, it's not my longest video, but still, it's long nonetheless. Oh.
I swear this is probably like. I swear this is gonna be like. Wait, what? Wait, what?
What was that noise? I didn't like how the song was going. Wait. Hold on. Okay, I just heard something weird in the song. It was what?
But guys, I'm ending it right here. So, thank you guys for
watching this episode of Doki Doki Lyrica. This has been the TheGamerGamingza,
and I'll see you guys in the next video, I guess. This game's acting really weird. But,
goodbye, guys.